you're here! Great to see you. I was just thinking about you. I actually wanted to tell you about how I got into Accenture just over a year ago. I was looking for a Salesforce consultant job as I wanted to work on a lot of different projects so I can fast track my Salesforce learning. I wanted to work on a lot of different industries, work on short projects, large projects, small teams, large teams, administrators, developers, architects. I was also looking for a better salary, something around $100,000. Now that you're here, I can tell you exactly how I got a job at Accenture. I was interested in working at Accenture for 3 reasons. Firstly, I've been interested in politics since I was about 15 years old. Always wondered, how can we make the government more efficient? How can we make the government serve the people better? How can I help improve government services? So working at Accenture in their Washington DC office, I believed would help me get insights, first-hand insights into how is it that we can make the government serve the people better, and especially how can Salesforce make that happen? Second reason is that through my entire career, I've been working since 2008, so about 9 years at the time I was applying. I've never worked for a world-class company with a strong brand, a brand everyone would recognize. And I was really curious, what is it like for them? What makes them so special? How is it that they became so big, so successful, so recognizable? I wanted to work at Accenture to find that out. The third and perhaps the most important reason I wanted to work at Accenture is that I wanted to meet other Salesforce professionals. Accenture is the biggest implementation partner of Salesforce. They have the most number of certified Salesforce professionals, and I wanted to meet them, get inspired by them, learn from them. So these are the 3 core reasons why I was interested in working at Accenture. And here's how the timeline of my application from the time I applied to the time I got the offer happened. On June 10, I submitted an application on their website. On June 13, I got a call from an outside recruiter. So this was a recruiter that was not working for Accenture directly and was contracted by them to screen their candidates. We had a 30-minute, very nice conversation, nothing technical. She gave me some advice on how to pass a technical, on how to do well, how I should speak better, and I really enjoyed the conversation with her. I felt like I was talking to a friend. About 2 weeks later, I got a call from a recruiter who worked for Accenture directly, and we discussed the opportunity, the next steps, and although the person worked for Accenture, it still felt very friendly. Enjoyed the conversation. You might have been wondering why there is almost a 2-week gap between this interview and the previous one. The reason is that the inside recruiter was on a 1.5 week vacation. Otherwise, the interview would have happened much sooner, probably a week. He promised that he'll set up a call with the hiring manager, and that happened on July 10. The technical interview was with the manager over phone. It was about 30 minutes. The questions were around topics that a Salesforce admin should know, and I didn't find that strange because I was applying for a Salesforce consultant role, and Salesforce consultants do not need very technical developer-like knowledge. And the interview was also quite nice. I felt like I did well. Immediately after the call, I followed up with the recruiter from Accenture, and I asked about the next steps, showed my excitement, sent an email. And on July 15, I had an interview with the managing director at the Washington DC office. It was quite brief, nothing technical, even no admin type questions.
He just asked about why I want to work for Accenture, do I have dual citizenship, and some very high level questions that ended quite quickly. And on July 17th, I got my offer. So as you can see, most of these conversations were over phone and they happened for 30 minutes. The in-person interview was quite quick and nothing out of the ordinary. Everything happened through the proper channels. I didn't have anyone who would refer me. I'll give a couple examples of the types of questions that the hiring manager asked me. What's the difference between a master detail versus lookup? What's a custom setting? I mentioned I haven't worked with custom settings. I've only worked with custom metadata types, and I explained it. He asked what are governor limits, what are different types of sandboxes. Because if you've passed a Salesforce admin, Salesforce advanced admin certifications, you should have no problem if you've reviewed that material in time for the interview. As you can see, these were not technical or developer type questions.